Jordan. I like starting videos like this. I don't know why. It just sounds kind of cool. I want to say something about love and family, and I'm really sorry to hear what's going on with your dad. And I know your mom had some issues prior, and I know, like, you know, really, like, this life is fucking hard, you know. That's why I'm trying to say everyone just hug each other, love each other, and celebrate, you know, whatever time, healthy, happy time we have, because it's not guaranteed. And, you know, he said to me, you know, I should call my mom and dad and tell them I love them. I do that often, actually almost every day. I send them, you know, messages, I love you, I love you. The crazy thing is, I don't think I've heard either one of them say I love you to me in maybe 10 years. They've been so preoccupied with whatever their life is, paying taxes, landscaping this property, doing this, doing that, doing like whatever. They don't realize how fast the time has passed, and you know, sort of whatever. I mean, another reason I want to sue is I can't stomach it anymore. Like, over the years, my mom didn't just evict me from, you know, that one house. She, you know, kicked me out of a house that I shared with my brother while we were working at Blum's. Like, that's been like sort of a trend, which is sad. And I'm speaking the truth, and I'm putting this on video because, like, I can't call them. I try often. And it just, year after year, the disrespect continues to metastasize. The love continues to just diminish. It gets worse and worse every year for no reason. And that's why I was so frustrated to get that email from, you know, John McIntyre telling me how much money was actually there. It really just blew my mind what our whole existence was. The reality is, my mom kind of did some very not so nice things. You know, that's the truth. She's not innocent in this. Whether she was of sound mind, I don't know. I don't like to believe that she was, because I don't think a mother could do to her kids what our mother did, being of sound mind. Case in point, you know, Mazel Tov on this judgment that you got from this, you know, Chinese, Malaysian, whatever guy. You know, he did rip my mom off. A lot of people did. A lot of people ripped my mom off. That's with certainty. But I think it's important to realize something. Like, that building alone costs our family at a minimum $150,000 just in money, not including time and energy and focus, which is also hugely important. It's something I don't think people put enough value on, is how much energy each activity or each experience pulls from you. Sorry, I'm driving right now. Does that make sense? So, like, on one hand, yes, it's a great victory. But once again, it's just more time, energy, and attention of our family being pulled towards this building and this city, which is not, at the same time, like, it's not building us up in any way, like me, my brother and sister, and our future. And that's important, because what's the point of all this work? Like, what species on planet Earth would do so much work and exert so much energy and create so much value for nothing? You know, that's why I'm saying my sister never went to school. She never really had the right chances. She was neglected because there was always a focus on this Blum's, on these problems that Blum's created. I call my mom all the time to tell her I love her. She doesn't tell me it ever. We don't speak ever. I try and call, it doesn't pick up the phone ever. My mom is not so innocent. Like I said, I don't know if she's of sound mind. I like to hope that she's not, that she was compromised by Roland Maldonado and these meds. That's what I like to hope, because there's absolutely no reason that we should not be talking or like whatever. There was way too much money. There was way too much like whatever. This whole thing is just fucking absurd. So, like I said, I want to pursue fidelity for their part, but my mom's not innocent. When you talk to her, like, she needs to put these things into perspective. Like, it's not healthy for my sister to be at that building anymore. And she's sitting there year after year, getting older and older by herself at this building. You know? So once again, Jordan, I love you, and thank you so much for helping my mom recover this one injury. But she needs to look at the bigger picture and realize, once again, this is another focus on this when it wasn't a focus on me, Michelle, my brother, And that's how it's always been. Like, so much of our time and energy on this planet has gone to enrich the US government, the city of Houston, Beth Shurin, all these different banks. But very, very, very little of it, little of it actually went to help us. And so much of it, so much of our time and energy, I got old getting like fucking just rolled by this nonsense. I call my mom all the time. I would love nothing more. I don't care about the money. I care about the money as it relates to like just a missed opportunity. Like, it's just ridiculous, like staring at it year after year as we're getting fucked, you know, and as my parents keep making worse and worse decisions. Like, at what point do you say like, you know what I'm saying? Like, someone needs to talk to them and say, hey, like, maybe you shouldn't be living like this. Maybe you shouldn't be treating him like this. Maybe you shouldn't. I mean, my mom objectively was very abusive for many, many years. And hurt people. I know she was going through some shit. I love her. I forgive her. That's like not an issue. We can work through our stuff, but we can't work through our stuff if people keep brown-nosing her for money. And I keep saying, with Fidelity or whatever, I know, yes, she wants some money, but the focus is off. My sister is not well. She needs attention now. And now, more than my mom needs another $150,000 to just hand the city of Houston next year for taxes, my sister needs some real TLC. And maybe I do. Maybe I need therapy. I don't know. But it's not a joke. So I tell her I love her all the time, Jordan. Maybe you should tell her to call me and tell me that she loves me for once in the last 10 years. It hasn't happened. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. My dad too. You know, so they can say I'm attacking them all they want. I'm not attacking them. Quite the opposite. They like screwed me and then attacked me when I tried to get away. Or when I tried to just live some sort of normal life that made me happy and like, you know, I don't know what, there's less jobs in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they published a report, like there was like, you know, 10 years ago there was 8,000 public companies. Now there's only 4,000. There's been a consolidation over the years of many, many things, and there's been a consolidation of opportunity. And we've never really had discussions about that, like what that means. And that's why I'm saying with that money, like I need to be able to provide for myself. This is not a joke. Like, capital is a real thing in this world. And yeah, you can go work at McDonald's and be amongst the working poor. And it's not shameful to say that. That's a reality in our world, and I didn't create it. But what I'm saying is, if you want to live at a certain standard, you have to make prudent decisions with money. And we're not doing that. Just because my grandfather had a lot of money doesn't mean that my parents aren't mismanaging it now. Just because like our portfolio, like, you know, what is it, nominally or like whatever, goes up, you know, 4% a year and then falls 25% one year. Like, that doesn't do shit. That's a fucking distracting merry-go-round that creates no real value in the real world for any of us. So yeah, Jordan, I tell my mom I love her all the time, but I'd like to hear it back and I'd like to see it.